Good day, tourist. I am Kyra, your tourist guide, and welcome to the virtual tour of the Philippines. We'll take you on a quick but meaningful journey to explore what makes our culture so rich and alive. But before we begin our tour, I want you all to be reminded with all the safety protocols, guidelines, and precaution for us to have a safe and memorable tour. Are you excited? Let's go! So ang ating unang pupuntahan ay mga museum dito sa Pilipinas. Get ready to click and scroll!
Our first stop is the National Museum of Fine Arts, located along Padre Burgos Avenue in Ermita, Manila. Historically, this neoclassical building once served as the legislative building and witnessed major political events including presidential inaugurations and the Constitutional Convention. Today, it houses 29 galleries featuring works by Filipino masters like Juan Luna and Felix Resurrección Hidalgo, including Spoliarium. This museum is important to Philippine history because it preserves our identity, struggles, and artistic excellence through fine art. And next is the National Museum of Natural History, located at Rizal Park, Manila. The building was originally the Department of Agriculture and Commerce, rebuilt after World War II and later restored as a museum. Its key feature, too, is the iconic Tree of Life connecting exhibits that showcase Philippine plants, animals, ecosystems, and geological diversity across 12 galleries. This museum highlights the Philippines' rich biodiversity and reminds us why protecting our natural heritage is vital to our history and our future. Our last stop is the Manila Clock Tower Museum, located inside Manila City Hall. This museum focuses on the Battle of Manila during World War II, showing the destruction and rebuilding of the city. Key exhibits include historical displays, the original plot mechanisms, and the 360-degree view of Manila at the top floor. It is relevant to Philippines history because it tells the story of Manila's survival, resilience, and recovery after war.
So now that we've explored our museum and seen how our culture is preserved, bisitahin naman natin ang ating historical
Unang
sites.
stop natin, Rizal Park, located in the heart of Manila. This place is one of the most important historical sites in the country. Rizal Park was once called Bagong Bayan during the Spanish period. This was a place where public executions were held. This is where Dr. Jose Rizal, our national hero, was executed on December 30, 1896. His death inspired Filipinos to continue the fight for independence. Today, Rizal Park is a national shrine and a public park. The Rizal Monument is guarded 24/7 and the area is maintained by the National Parks Development Committee to honor Rizal's legacy. Our second destination is Fort Santiago, located inside Intramuros, Manila. It is one of the oldest Spanish fortresses in the Philippines. Fort Santiago was built in 1571 by Spanish conquistador Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. It served as a military defense fortress and prison during the Spanish and American periods. Jose Rizal was imprisoned here before his execution. During the World War II, many Filipino prisoners were tortured and killed inside the fortress by Japanese forces. Today, Fort Santiago is a historical park and a museum. The Intramuros administration continues restoration and efforts to preserve its walls, dungeons, and memorials. Our last stop is Magellan's Cross, found in Cebu City. This site marks as a very important moment in Philippine religious history. The cross was planted in 1521 by Ferdinand Magellan, when Christianity was introduced to the Philippines. It symbolizes the arrival of Christianity and the baptism of early Filipinos, including Raha Humabon. Today, the original cross is kept inside a protective wooden casing to prevent damage. The site is well maintained and remains a popular destination for both tourists and pilgrims.
After seeing these important places, let's shift to something more lively, So now let's enjoy some Filipino cultural performances.
Our first stop brings us to the Visayas region, where one of the Philippines' most iconic dance was born, the tinikling. Inspired by the movements of the tickling birds, early farmers created this dance as they avoided bamboo traps set in the fields. Over time, it transformed from a survival skill to a celebrated community performance. And this dance originated in Leyte, Philippines. This dance symbolizes resilience, grace, and unity. It is performed during festivals, school events, and national celebrations as a tribute to Filipino creativity. Females wear colorful patadyong or balintawak dress, while the males wear barong or camisa de chino with trousers. As for the props, we have two long bamboo poles. Our next stop transports us to the shores of Lake Lanao, home of Maranao people. The Kapa Malong-Malong dance showcases the beauty and versatility of the malong, a tubular cloth used for everyday life like clothing, blanket, or ceremonial wear. The dance evolved from a traditional demonstrations passed from generations. This cultural dance originated in the Maranao people, Mindanao, Philippines. This performance reflects dignity, and practicality. Each movement demonstrates how the malong adapts to roles: men, women, warriors, and royalty. As for the costumes and props, performers wear brightly patterned malong and no major props except the malong itself.
So, in our next stop, we're here in Luzon, Philippines, where the Barong Tagalog dance. So, Barong Tagalog dance, sometimes called Barong Sayaw, originated among Tagalog communities. This dance originally performed during community gatherings. This dance evolved during the Spanish colonial period as a symbol of Filipino pride and identity. And this dance showcasing the grace and elegance of traditional Filipino attire. It is commonly performed at fiestas, weddings, and cultural events. And this dance expresses themes of courtship, respect, and social harmony within the community. So, the attire of this dance is that the male dancer wears the Barong Tagalog, while female dancer wears a Maria Clara dress or Barot Saya. And Barong Tagalog dance sometimes using handkerchiefs as props to enhance the performance.
And lastly, let us appreciate the traditions that have been passed on for generations, some indigenous practices that shows the artistry and spirit of our native communities.
Next in our virtual tour is the indigenous practices. And our first stop is the Cordillera region, home of the Kalinga body tattooing, also known as Batong. This ancient practice uses bamboo tools and natural ink. Tattoos symbolizes bravery, beauty, and life achievements, and they represent honor, identity, respect for ancestors within the Kalinga community. And we are done in our first stop, and our next stop is in Ifugao, where we can see the Ifugao rice terraces farming system. The Ifugao rice terraces farming system is built over 2,000 years ago. The terraces uses stone walls, irrigation systems, and ritual. This practice shows the Ifugao people's sustainable farming methods and their strong connection to nature and ancestral wisdom. So what's our next stop, Maynard?
Hello there! For our final stop, we head south to South Cotabato in Mindanao. It is home of the Tiboli people. Here, we discover the Tiboli dream weaving, where women create a sacred cloth called tinalak based on the design of the dreams. This practice reflects their cultural identity, cultural practices, and creativity. This cloth also is used for rituals and other important ceremonies.
At dito nagtatapos ang ating virtual tour patungkol sa heritage of the Philippines, Hope you all enjoy and learn that Philippines, our country, is full of stories and it's up to us to keep them alive. Thank you for joining us. Mabuhay!